Hello, it's Nancy today. Today I'm going to teach you how to make mayonnaise. Now, this is mayonnaise that's homemade. You see how it's nice and thick? And see that? I just made it. I only make about a cup at a time. Mayonnaise is very fickle. Is that the word? It's really, if you add the oil too quickly, it'll just be liquid. So you have to be very slow when you're adding oil. Now, you're going to use 3 main ingredients: an egg, a cup of oil, and some lemon juice with spices. Okay, so we'll start here. I'll turn the camera onto this. Okay. So first, we'll add an egg. Now this is a dirty blender because I just made this a minute ago. Okay, so we put in 1 egg. We put in about a capful of lemon juice, and we put in a half a cup of oil. Okay, that's how we're going to start. Now, what spices do you like in yours? You could put a little salt in. You could put some, how about some roasted pepper? What is this called? Roasted garlic and peppers. Just sprinkle some in. You could put in some mustard. Try a little bit of mustard in here. This is Dutch. It always comes in this kind of squeeze thing in Holland. And let's see what else we want. Put in a little garden medley of pepper. Now all of this is just according to what you want. You don't have to put those things in. You could put in a little sugar. You could put in garlic, onion powder, whatever it is that you like. Okay, so that's how we're going to start. Now when we're going to whip this up, it's going to splash all over. You see that? That splashed while I was cooking it. So we want to keep the cover on as much as we can. Now I'm going to turn the camera so you can see this. Okay, now get it nice and close there. Okay, so first we're going to blend it up just a little bit. We're putting it on high. Okay, see how it's really runny? See how it's running down there? Oops. Let me show it to you here. Goodness, it fell in. See, it's very runny. Okay, now, in order to make it go thick, you're going to have to add your oil very slowly. Do not speed this part up. Okay, so we're going to add a half a cup of oil. Now this is going to splash everywhere. So we're going to put the lid on. I'll hold this over here for when we begin. Now can you see the top of this? You see what I'm doing here? This is important, how you add this oil. I have messed this up more times than I can tell you by adding the oil too fast. So this is how you do it. I'm going to turn it on now on high. Don't add it any faster than this. Okay, now you see how that splashed everywhere when I was cooking, or when I was doing it? Well, let's see what it looks like. Now look at that. There it is. Mayonnaise. You see in there? Let me see if I can make it so you can see the light in there. And then you can just scrape it down. And there's your mayonnaise. And you see how You see how that's not really all that thick, you see? I added the oil a little faster than I usually do. Now, if you think it's too thin, you want it mixed a bit better, you can't just blend it by itself. You have to add some. Now, you can add as much as a half a cup more oil now, if you want. You could add a little more lemon juice. Let's put in some more lemon juice. We want a little more mayonnaise than that. Put another lid capful. And here we go. I'm going to turn this on. Now I need to hold this very close here because I don't want it to spill everywhere. Okay, I'll turn it back on. Now, I didn't add all my oil. I still have quite a bit of this oil left. I was going to add more, but look what happened. It already got thick enough. Look at that. See how nice and thick that is? It wouldn't take any more. If I added any more oil at this point, it would just sit there on the top. And see that? That is very thick now. Okay, so the idea here now, you've got 3 ingredients: egg, oil, and lemon juice. Try and make this camera at the right place. It's hard to tell where it's going to be. Then to that, you add spices. You can add any spice. You could add salt and pepper, mustard, hot spices, Greek, Italian. You could add flakes. You could add parsley and garlic and onion flakes. Anything you want to add. Now I just added, and you can add salt. You can add sugar. It's up to you. You're just seasoning it to taste. If you like really hot Indian foods, you could use Indian spices. It's your mayonnaise, and your children, your family will love your mayonnaise. It's different than you can buy at the store. It doesn't have preservatives in it. You need to refrigerate it, and you don't want to make too much at a time. But it does have lemon juice in it, and lemon juice will help to preserve it. Like like vinegar keeps your pickles. You can keep your pickles for a long time. Now, the reason that we use an egg with oil and lemon juice is egg is an emulsifier. Do you know what an emulsifier is? An emulsifier is like glue. It combines the ingredients. It'll hold them in place. So the egg takes the oil and it takes the lemon juice and it somehow combines it so it becomes one thing. And you see how that's happened here. You can see how you can no longer see your egg. Now, if you had added your oil too fast, it would have become liquidy. You would not have had this like this. Now, I can tell you that it is easy to mess this up. I don't usually say that. I usually say, oh, you can do it. It's really simple. This is simple. You saw how easy I did it. But I only let the oil go in very slowly. If you let the oil go in fast, if you dump it in or if you pour it in too quickly, the egg will not have time to combine them, and you'll just get liquidy oily egg. Anyway, that's how you make mayonnaise at home, and you can do this. I've done it for years. Many people can do it. It just takes a little bit of effort to go slowly and pour it slowly. Okay, that's it. Nancy today saying you can do this at home.